But I remember when it was just a few, like less than 100, really. So really, this is so exciting, everybody. You know what? I could keep on rattling on. Let's go ahead and bring up Mr. Randy Crosby. Thank you for all you do for the team, and we have a special guest today, Mr. Steve Labriola from Corporate, our International Marketing Director. And I've been blessed to have met him several times already with some of the super weekends and super Saturdays, and he's doing what it takes to really help us here in the United States. And so you found the right place, the right connection to learn about telex free. So Randy, come on up to the table, and we thank you again for everything you do.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Kelly, and I'll tell you what, it's an incredible, incredible opportunity. You know, guys, I've been around the industry for 20-plus years. Many of you have already heard my story. What's interesting, though, is that we have a concept that's never been done before. We have a company that is literally changing the face that the way most people view network marketing. And since I got started in this company back in December, of course, guys, 95% of the website was in Portuguese. Again, I didn't know what I was even signing up for, but I knew that from talking to Santiago and of course, Mr. G, the information that I knew and that I heard that they were explaining to me, it not only made sense, but I knew that if this company was actually doing this, it would help so many people that are, you know, that are challenged in our hard economic times. And that's the whole heartbeat behind this company, to help get you in a better place financially, to help show you how from your own efforts that you, for the first time, can earn income. And it's not judged by someone telling you no. And it's not determined about how many people you can personally sponsor or bring into a program or convince to join you. This is about a company that was willing to pay you to help them advertise. And that's the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. In fact, there's so many people's lives have changed in this company, guys. There's story after story. All you have to do is pull it up on the internet. You won't believe the amount of stories that you see that are happening with people and how their lives have changed. And you know what? It's true. That's what this company is about. And when I got started in the company back in December, I feel like maybe I'm a little bit of a veteran now, even though it's only been 6 months. But what's interesting is the fact that at the time I joined, there was no marketing director at all in the United States. And we had no contacts whatsoever. We had no way of getting things done, but the United States at that time period had just really got the green light to go ahead and start building. And so before even that infrastructure was put together, guys, we started building. Why? Because we knew that the company had a vision, and we wanted to be a part of it. We knew they were going places, and we wanted to be on board that train, and that's exactly what we did. And it's so interesting, this gentleman I'm about to bring up, I had the opportunity of meeting him for the first time when I flew out to Boston. And what was so interesting is the fact that he had just come on board. He was brand new. In fact, I think I was in the company before he was. And what's interesting is the fact that as he came on board as a marketing director, he took on a huge task where nothing was there. There was no marketing department. There was no way of handling things. And I'll tell you what, guys, not only did he take on such a huge responsibility, but he's been doing a stellar job with it. I know my hat is off to him, because I'll tell you what, I could not have done what he's doing today and what he's done in the past. I would have thrown my hands up and walked away from it, because I can't handle that type of extreme pressure, especially dealing with a lot of people in the company. But you know what? My hat is off to him. Not only did he stand his ground, he's done not only a stellar job, but he continues to work on systems to improve so that you and I will have a better experience next month than what we're even having this month in telex free. So it is my privilege to bring up Mr. Steve Labriola. Steve, are you on the line with us, the marketing director for the United States, and of course, guys, our good friend. Steve, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me, Randy?
We can hear you just great. And, you know, we always love to hear great updates from you and hear from corporate, so the floor is all yours.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for that intro. And Randy's one of the greatest leaders out there, and we've built a great relationship. And every time we do a Super Saturday, Randy knows we meet the day before. He always finds me the best breakfast places. So he's becoming a good friend and a great leader. And Kelly, thank you also for all that you do. I hear you on all the calls, doing all the intros, and every convention that I've been to, I've had the opportunity of spending some time with you also. And one thing that Kelly mentioned, which always strikes me about network marketing, is there are companies out there and businesses out there that you can get into that will either consume all of your time or pay you a lot of money. And network marketing and our business in general does something totally different. It gives you the opportunity to do what Kelly did and go to the fair and to take time to spend with the people in your life that you want to spend time with. And that's one of the great things. It gives you time and money, which is awesome. Hey, I wanted to take the opportunity to say hi to everybody, and always fun to listen to all of the pings, and I'm sitting back listening, and I know I heard Randy start mentioning the people that were on the online part of this call, and I'm actually on the roads from not online, and I knew he was opening up a pretty big door there. He probably didn't even scratch the surface on it, because those just keep coming in, and you hear more and more countries growing, and we're really excited. And some of the things we're doing here in the office to help grow globally and the U.S. Is very exciting. First of all, I know that you've been waiting and anticipating the launch of our new merchant services, and it is about in place. I guess the only thing that's kind of slowing it down a little bit is they've got to intertwine the merchant services side with our software, and they told me the past couple of days it's any day, and it will be up and running, and I know it's a great team that's on it, so you will see that any day now, and everybody's saying, geez, that's what you said yesterday, Steve, and I will say that until I get on the call and say it is up and running, but it is right around the corner. The new platform that I've been talking about, we are getting closer to having that happen, and I don't know who was on the call last week, but I did have Jay, who is basically our CIT, on board to help explain some of the things that he's doing, and he didn't get into it too technically, but really we're taking our entire system and rebuilding it on an entirely new foundation. And I don't know if you know much about software. I'm a hardware guy, so all of the numbers just baffle me, but it is an enormous undertaking to make sure that everything is back in place the way it should have been. And it's like basically taking a 90-story building and rebuilding it brick by brick over in a whole new foundation, and that's what we're doing while we're running at 90 miles an hour, not stopping. So we'll get there, and I know that there have been challenges as we go through this, but you know what? Challenges bring opportunity. And Randy said something just a minute ago that he was amazed that anybody would take the position that I took to come on board with all of the stuff that's been put on my plate. I love challenges because they bring opportunities. And I've seen so many people's lives change just in the few months that I've been on board with this company. And being from the inside, I'm looking at what we're doing and where we're going, and let me tell you, folks, it is unbelievable what we've got on the plate that's coming down the road. The products that are going to be launching in the next 6 months are unbelievable. Some things that will just kind of roll right into your network as you build your network, and all of a sudden new products come in that are going to diversify both your income and the customer base. It's really exciting. I wish so bad. It's like on the tip of my tongue, I keep saying, oh, my God, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this, but I can't really get into it in detail because then Jim will yell at me, and I don't want that to happen. But some of the products that are coming down, I've mentioned financial management packages. I've mentioned things like the 4 pillars that are more products that are going to be out there to help change people's lives, make them better at what they do and who they are, help them manage their finances, because lots of people get in this business, they haven't earned the kind of money they're going to earn in this business. And if you just don't quit, you will make it to unbelievable levels, and that's one of the exciting things about this business. You've got an incredibly dedicated team of leaders that are all in your upline that do these calls. As I said, I've built friendships with these people now, and I'm honored to be their friend. And what excites me and tickles me is the future of Telex Free. and all of you are in at the ground floor. Now, Kelly was talking about the numbers that we have here in the States, where we were back in January, and where we are today. Well, Jim and I were talking this morning, and just so that you know, we in the United States, now I know we've got other countries on this call also, so I haven't picked out any countries, which we're growing globally in many, many countries, but in the United States, we are right around 15,000 agents right now. So if you want to talk about a ground floor opportunity, now I know that there's people on this call that have been on board since the beginning of the year, and they've seen the growth. Well, I talk about a penny a day thing, and I don't know if anyone knows that, but a penny a day double it for 30 days is about 10,713,000. Well, if you take where we are today, and you don't even have to double it every month, but if you just add a percentage on that every month, we've got an incredible growth ahead of us. The new opportunity, the new products, the new platform that we're coming out with, the new merchant services, everything is right on the brink of growing to incredibly fast momentum. So all I can say is stay plugged into your upline. Make sure that you get your documentation in right. Make sure that when you're signing up your new agent, whether it's you or your new agent, just go over it before you hit that final accept button to make sure everything is right. Because there are many, many things that go in that then become a challenge afterwards to change. And we don't want to have you have to deal with that. We don't want any negative feelings out there because we've got just sunshine ahead of us. So make sure that all of the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. Make sure that you're on the right side of your sponsor. Make sure that you're under the right sponsor. Make sure that you're ready to run with this thing, because when you come on board with Telex Free, the leadership team that I see out in the field, they are working endless hours, and they are running around helping people change their lives every single day. So you're in with the right team, you're in with the right company. Just make sure that you put it down right first, and the future will never grow as fast as you want, and it will never stop growing. So just plug in, get it done right. We're going to do what we can here in the office to get this new stuff out, the new platform up and running. And we've got a couple of Super Saturdays coming up, but I just want to say that I know there's one coming up this Saturday in New York. Randy will have the details. I will not be at that one, but I will be at the one in Fort Lauderdale that is coming up, and that will be on the 22nd, I believe, of June. And then in Southern California, I will be at that one. I think that's the 27th of July. So get anybody you know within a 500-mile radius to be at that meeting. And any of the leaders, make sure you get to that meeting and all of the meetings and plug in with your upline, plug into the system, learn how to get this business in front of everybody, and move forward. The future is ahead of us. And I want to thank you all for the opportunity. And I want to thank you, Randy and Kelly, for opening up this call and letting me jump on and say hi to everybody. And I will see all of you at the top and everybody on the call. Make it an awesome day. And I will hand this back to your leader, Randy Crosby.
Well, thanks a lot, Steve. I'll tell you what, that's very, very impressive. We see the growth of the company, and we see a lot of things that are happening, and I know the IT guys are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So we want to say thank you for your constant support. And, of course, the leadership and the devotion that you show. I know you work a lot of hours from early morning to late at night. So we all thank you, and, of course, we appreciate not only the opportunity and timing. For all of those of you that are brand new on the call, you have to understand Telex Free evolving, guys, over time. It's just amazing how this company is growing. And in fact, if you think about what has happened here, there were a lot of naysayers in the beginning. There were a lot of people that said it couldn't be done. There were people that said that, the company was not sustainable, and they came up with everything. But through all of that, which was really interesting, not only did the company keep growing, but they were breaking records. The amount of people that have signed up, the amount of people that have applied for contracts, either for a contract or becoming a customer, has been absolutely phenomenal. They've been breaking all kinds of records. And so the reason why we're on this call today, folks, is to let everybody know, again, not only do you have a company that's not only here, but a company that continues to grow in the future just dramatically fast. I know I had a lady once that would get on the conference call because she was listening to so many negative things that were out there. She was getting on a conference call just waiting to see when things would just get worse or when things would fold up. And every time she kept coming to the call, she kept hearing how things were getting better. Finally, she got the negative people out of her life. She started to not only build a business and place her ads every single day, but she turned around and helped other people do the exact same thing, and her financial life turned around tremendously. See, out there in the world, folks, here's what you have to realize. There are people that fear telex free. There are people that are concerned the fact that here's a company that's not operating like your traditional network marketing company, where 80 to 90% of the people fall in a trap where they join a company and they don't earn any income. Why is telex free different? Well, it's simply because telex free offers something that you don't find in other companies. Now, there's a lot of great companies out there, don't get me wrong. They all have their place. The difference between telex free is that breakthrough that we've been looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a company that not only will we receive weekly pay, people are experiencing massive success and everyone wins. But when most companies out there offer opportunities, that's just what they are. There's an opportunity to make money, and they don't tell you that there's an opportunity to lose money. But what telex free offers is something better than an opportunity. It is what I call one of my favorites, guys. It is a contract to earn income. And these contracts that we have are so powerful in the fact that so many people now are realizing that telex free is not only a media company that's going to pay you to advertise, but they're going to pay you more when the service that you're advertising sells. So either way, you still earn income. You know, the most amazing thing about telex free is that it's a company where everybody profits by just simply placing ads daily. You know, when I talk to people and I explain to them how many times, and I get the same question, you know, why is things so different for you? Why is this working, you know, for all of the people that you're sharing with when it didn't work for all of the other people in the past 20 years that you've been sharing different opportunities? And the answer is simple. Everyone now has control in their own hands that they can earn income. You see, it's not dependent upon how many people they sponsor. It's not depending upon who they convince to buy their service. It's simply dependent upon them having in control that they can go to their computer, place a simple ad online, do that daily, and earn income. And why are we placing ads online, guys? It's the most powerful media in the world. It's the internet, and of course it reaches billions of people, and we'll show you very easy how you can place ads online. It's not complicated at all. In fact, there are different services out there that will help you place your ads. In fact, the ads are already written. They're already formed for you. You don't even have to think about it. We have a push-button system where you can push and it will post your ad for you automatically. And that's what takes the hard work out of it. You know, when somebody asked me, I was thinking about getting involved into another company some years ago. And they asked me, well, you know, if you want to be successful in this company, you have to advertise online. And I said, I don't even know what to say. I didn't know what to write. I didn't know what to put down. I didn't know where to place the ad. I didn't know what what the success was going to be. So I feared that, and I shut down immediately. Here, you don't have to worry about that because there's plenty of places that will show you where you can place your ads at. There are plenty of systems out there that will assist you for placing these ads. Most people are placing ads in less than 10 seconds. Absolutely phenomenal. What are we placing ads about? Well, we're advertising about a technology that the company has that customers pay $49.90 a month for. A customer will download this software onto their computer, and it will allow them to make video calls and calls to different friends and family members anywhere in the world. And it will also allow them to make unlimited calls to fixed landlines and cell phones in Brazil and over 40 other countries, right from the comfort of their own cell phone or landline. You know, the amazing thing about this is that when I got started back in December, this was the only service that they were offering. You just heard Steve talk about where we're going, where we're headed. Imagine this. Imagine being able to go meet with someone and say, listen, do you know of anyone that would like to raise their credit score? Or do you know of anyone that would like to consolidate their debt, saving perhaps hundreds, if not thousands of dollars? That person readily would tell you, yes, I know someone, it's me, you're talking to them. How would you like to not only do that, but also at the same time get paid to do it? How would you like to be able to lose weight while you sleep? How would you like a service that's so powerful? It's like the combination of having eBay combined with an Amazon, and you get paid for products and services that are moving through that entire system. That's what we're talking about. That's the power of Telex Free. Is it working? You guys be the judge. There's been so much capital that has been generated just from the efforts of the promoters of promoting this company and the ads that are being placed out there and the amount of money that's being generated, that Telex Free last week just purchased the company Voxbras in Brazil, and they happen to be one of the leading national operators of TV cable, internet access, and fixed landlines. So now Telex Free owns that company. So what does that mean? That means more revenue every single day will continue to pour into the company. That's why you're looking at what started out with a company that's been in business for over 14 years, but in Brazil in 2012, a concept started out with the company said, listen, we're making a lot of money. Why not allow other people to help us advertise, give them a contract so they know what they're going to make, and that way we can not only cut our expenses, but we can grow faster. That was a concept then, but it's a reality now because it's went from Brazil to now over 63 countries with close to over 1 million contracts that are being serviced worldwide. Now you ask yourself a question. If you had a contract that you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt, by just placing ads you were going to earn income, the question is not if you want a contract, it is how many contracts can you get. See, here's the interesting thing. Everybody starts out in this company with what we call a $50 sales or setup fee, if you will. If all you ever did is that setup fee for $50, you can go out and if you sold the $49.90 software, the company would give you a 10% commission on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you this. Since I've been doing this company, in 6 months, 99.9% of the people that ever came anywhere on my entire team, they never stayed at this sales position. They've always upgraded to get a contract. Why? Because instead of earning 10%, they're earning 90%. And even if the product didn't sell, they still could earn 40% of the retail price. Here's what's so interesting. This is the power of the contracts. In fact, what I'm really, really appreciating about this is that I have everyone from attorneys to doctors to 90-year-old grandmothers that are getting contracts in this company. Why? Because it just makes sense. You know, as a friend of mine used to tell me, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense with us. This not only makes sense, it can make you guys, in fact, I'll tell you this, we have more people that come in this company that are literally shocked that for the first time that they're earning income and they've never earned income in any other opportunity before. But it all starts with a contract. We have 2 primary contracts. One's called an Ad Central, the other is an Ad Central family. With each of these contracts, you're going to receive additional software that's going to be put into your online store, and you have the license to sell this at 90% of the commission. If you upgrade it to an Ad Central contract, the cost is $289. They're going to give you 10 of the $49.90 software packages to sell. Now, here's what happens. Let's say you sell all 10 at 90%, while you make over $440 plus. But if there's an 11th person that wants to purchase that software, you'd only earn 10% commission because you're out of stock. You received the 10 because you came in, you upgraded for the 289. And so what happens if there's an 11th or 12th or 100th person that wants to buy that software? Here's what the company did. They said, listen, we'll give you a contract that if you place one ad a day, next week we're going to give you for free one more telex-free $49.90 package. We'll put it in your online store. That way when you sell it, here's another package that you can earn 90% of the commission or $44.91 on. However, you know how we play devil's advocate. What if I can't sell anything because I've never sold anything in the past? Nobody would buy from me. Nobody likes me. Nobody listens to me. And let me tell you something, folks. We come up with the excuses. So here's what the company's done. They said, listen, if that is the case and no one wants to purchase from you, we have the opportunity where you can sell it back to the company. All the ones that you get for free, you can sell it back to the company each week and still earn 40% of the retail price. If you do the math on that, that works out to be about $20 per week for a 52-week contract. Now, I don't know about you, but if I took $289 and I upgraded in any other program out there and I haven't sold anything and I couldn't get anybody to come in, I couldn't recruit anybody, I was an absolute failure, I would have lost $289. In this company, just by helping them advertise, you literally pop out by the end of the year with 1,040. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens if you purchase 10 of these Ad Central contracts? Well, that would mean you would be making a minimum by placing one ad a day of $200 a week or adding an additional $10,400 per year to your bottom line income. Let's talk about the Ad Central Family Contract. Works the same way, except you're placing 5 ads a day. If you upgrade at the time that you purchase your $50 sales position, it's only $13.75. And because, ladies and gentlemen, you're placing 5 ads a day, you now can earn 5 times the income. It just makes sense. So from selling to the public, you can make 5 times more. And if you can't sell it to the public, you can make 5 times more selling it back to the company. That means you can earn $100 a week for 52 weeks by placing 5 ads a day. The unique thing is that the average person is telling me now it is taking them less than 15 seconds to place 5 ads. Talk about a no-brainer. What if you own 10 of these Ad Central Family contracts? Why, that would be over $1,000 a week and over $52,000 in a year's time period. Can you see why this just makes sense? Now let's talk about one final aspect before we close our call. There are so many people that get excited about placing the ads, and for the first time they're making money. And they go out and they start to share this with other people. There's additional income that you can get paid if you decide to share this with other people. There's only one criteria that you have to meet, and that is you have to have a customer. Anyone that's going to your site and purchasing the software for $44 or $49, you immediately make $44. You can be your own customer. But here's what's so unique about that. Once you have an active customer, here's the amazing thing, guys. Anyone that you talk to that wants to upgrade to the Ad Central contract, you earn a $20 bonus. And everyone upgrading to an Ad Central Family contract that you're talking to, you earn a $100 bonus, but that's the start. See, what it turns on at this point is what we call weekly residual income. 6 levels of powerful weekly residual income. Everyone that you share this with is on your first generation or first level. Everyone that they share it with is on your second generation, second level, and so forth. But it's not just the people. It's really the amount of contracts. So you may share this with 3 or 4 people, and they may own 5 or 10 contracts each. And for every contract that they have, as they're placing ads and they're getting the free packages from the company, any of the unsold packages that people sell back to the company, you receive a 2% override on 6 generations deep. Now, if you get the calculator out on this, I promise you it will keep you up all night. On top of that, we have something called, as my friend Santiago says, what we call the boom, boom, boom. It is absolutely one of the most powerful compensation plans ever. It's called the dual team compensation plan. Some people refer to it as a binary. I refer to it as a retirement plan. However you want to look at it, it has potential, ladies and gentlemen, of paying you more income than most people even conceive it's possible to make. Why is this so? Well, the word binary means two. So as you share this with two people and you have an active customer, that makes you binary qualified. Now, every time them, any of the two people, them or their entire teams are out selling packages, every time an Ad Central package is purchased on your left and one on your right team, that pays you an additional $20 bonus. And every time someone on the teams purchases an Ad Central family package on the left and one on the right team, that can pay you an additional $60 plus $20 for a total of $80. Do you know, let's just say, for example, this week if there were 100 Ad Central sales on your left and right team, 100 new sales came in, you know that could pay you over $2,000 in income? And if there were Ad Central family sales, it would pay you over $8,000 in income. The amazing thing is, guys, it's not just what we do. It's kind of like we get paid for what we start. It's amazing. I can't tell you, every morning when I wake up, this morning I had a big shock. I had the biggest boom, boom, boom I've ever had in one night. I'll tell you, it's amazing. The income that is generated here is phenomenal. But I want to tell you this binary can pay up to $15,360 per day. Now, I know I just lost to some of you because you can't imagine, some people can't imagine making $15,000 in a month. And here we are talking about a system, just one component of a compensation plan paying up to $15,000 a day. Some people can't conceive that. So here's what I'm going to tell you. It's not about the money. That's the income potential, but here's what I want you to concentrate on. Getting an opportunity to come into a company and test it out. Start placing ads. Start seeing the additional packages show up in your back office. And then deciding if they haven't sold to the public, start selling them back to the company. It'll make a believer of you very quickly. I promise you that. Here's the other thing that's interesting. There are 5 additional levels of income that you could qualify for. We'll show you how to do that in one of our training sessions on Friday. It's absolutely amazing. We'll also talk about showing you how to get in position, working with your team, and as they grow, being able to qualify for an additional 1% of the profits of the entire company shared between everyone coming in just from the customers alone. We'll also show you how you could become your very own team builder the first day that you come in. I got off the phone with a lady this morning. She was so excited because she joined last night and she was becoming a team builder today. And she hadn't even had an opportunity to talk to anyone yet. See, what we're finding is that once a person is a team builder, they can also share in an additional 2% bonus money coming in from the profits of the customers. So no matter what your dreams are, no matter what your goals are, no matter how many times you failed, here's an opportunity where you and I can experience something that we've never experienced before, and that is a company where everybody can have success. You know, some people feel that success is beyond them, just like they feel wealth is beyond them. They don't know anybody that's ever was wealthy. They didn't grow up around anyone that was wealthy, just like some people haven't grown up around anyone that was successful. And so they get in their mind a concept that it'll never happen to them. Other people say, you know what? I've been doing everything that I've been doing my entire life, and nothing's changed for me. No wonder. Hello? If you keep doing the same thing you've been doing, nothing's going to change. You're going to get the same results. It's like driving your automobile 100 miles an hour through a 35-mile-an-hour zone and a police officer sitting there. You will get a ticket 100% of the time, every time. Hello? That's what we have to get into our minds. When we change the concept and realize we have to do something different to get a different result. And that's where procrastination comes in. Sometimes we know the things that we should do and we don't do them. And the things that we shouldn't do, we do. I remember listening to Les Brown one time, And it's so amazing what he said from talking to just literally thousands of people that have become massively successful and wealthy. He said they had to all break that habit of procrastination. They had to literally force their will to do things different than what they've been doing before. They had to break out of that circle or that level of what we call protection that we keep around themselves, and they had to push themselves. And it changed their life. You know, what's interesting is that most of us cannot delay gratification. We want things now. And we'll spend our time and we'll spend our money in pursuits of things that take money out of our pocket rather than spending time and putting money in something that's going to put money into your pocket. See, the decisions that you make in life are going to greatly determine your perspective or your viewpoint in life. What are you doing now that's so important or so non-important that it's either preventing you from achieving your goals by either becoming successful or wealthy or maybe just even making ends meet? See, the decisions we make every single day will push us either closer to our goals or it will snatch us away from it, no matter how you and I look at it. These are things that affect us all. You know, when you have money, more opportunities open up to you. Like there's a joint venture going on between Telex Free and Best Western, where Best Western's building and remodeling hotels in Brazil. Well, as you make more money, you can actually take some of this money and now become a part of this joint venture where you can have the opportunity to profit for the next 11 years. It all begins, ladies and gentlemen, with the mind concept of saying, you know what? I deserve something better for myself and my family. And if there's a company out there willing to give me a contract that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I just simply place the ads every single day, I will earn income. And that's the difference between Telex Free and what you've been accustomed to seeing all of your life. You know, we have meetings that are going on all around the country. There's a Super Saturday going on June 8th in New York. You guys want to definitely make sure you be there. My friend Mr. Santiago de la Rosa is going to be there. I believe it's going to start around 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and that's on the 8th. And then down on the 22nd of June, back down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, there's going to be a Super Saturday. These are kind of like local, regional Super Saturdays for everybody there in that area. That's going to be held by one of my business partners and friends, Stefan, and his wife. And what's so interesting at that event, guys, Mr. Steve Labriola is going to be down there on the 22nd. It's going to start on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning, and it's going to go to around 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you definitely want to make sure if you know anybody in that area. Guys, anytime we can get someone from corporate to a Super Saturday, believe me, if you got anybody in that area driving distance, make sure they get there. And then, of course, we're keeping Steve very busy because then 1 month later in the month of July, and I believe that's the latter part of July, if Miss Kelly can correct me on the dates on that, that is going to be a super weekend. It's bigger than a Super Saturday. It's a super weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday event, and that's going to be down in lovely Southern California. So I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of you down there. Ladies and gentlemen, this company's growing by phenomenal numbers every single day. It's so amazing. I had a lady signing up yesterday, and then she went back to purchase another contract. And within a 3-minute period, the numbers, the amount of contracts or the amount of people that just apply either for customers or returning customers or new contracts being ordered, guys, the numbers had jumped by over 2,000 in 3 minutes. It's called a clue. So I don't know who thought enough about you, but they invited you to this special call to get the information to make a decision to make a change in your life. I appreciate each and every one of you guys getting on this call. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Lines have been packed out. I can't believe the amount of people that are not only here in the United States that are on this call, but people on this call, guys, from Europe, from the UK. There are people on here from South Africa, Hawaii. I'm looking at people on here, I'm telling you guys, from the Netherlands. There's people on here from India. Just absolutely incredible. This is spreading all over the world and changing a lot of lives. I want to turn the call back over to Miss Kelly to close our call out if you're still on with us. Miss Kelly, are you there? I think we lost Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly, are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead and close our call out.
There we are. I was pressing the mute buttons there. Hey, yeah, the Super Saturday that's going to be in Southern California. That's going to be at Newport Beach, Orange County, California. This is going to be our Super Weekend. This is a big event, Friday and Saturday event, July 26th and 27th. So we'll get the location to that very soon. And thank you, Tom Moore, Darcy, everybody over there in California putting that together. Okay, so let's wrap it up today. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. But I want to let you know today is Wednesday, of course, and we have our evening webinar tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast time. You probably know how you get back to the person that invited you. Okay, but we want to let you know when you are joining us, take the time when you fill out your registration. You want to make sure everything is exactly correct when you fill out your form. Put in a correct email. Do not use like a Hotmail email when you're joining Telex Free. Don't do it. Go ahead and get you like a Gmail or something else. Okay, so we just want to let you know that we've had a little bit of issues with the Hotmail email. Okay, so just thought I'd throw that out to you. But when you are registering, fill out every single box on that form. Make sure when you are filling out the form to join us, make sure your name on your Telex Free account is the same name that you will be doing your banking information, okay? So just to eliminate any delay on you properly getting your commissions, the name has to be exactly the same. Just thought I would share that word there, tidbit of advice there. Okay, so let's get rolling today, and if you need any additional questions answered, get back to the person, but we definitely are here to help you, each and every one of you, and have a fantastic Telex-free day, and we'll see you this evening. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Your conference recording has stopped.